spoon spinning level 1. We had our O, it's connected, and now we have 1, level 1. The spoon is grazing our body. Now if we look towards Asian cultures, spooning has been around for quite a long time. This is a way as gua sha, G-U-A-S-H-A, is another term for it. And what we're doing, we're stimulating our cutaneous nerves as we're scraping them. And that's sending information, transmitting information to our brains. And for our sense, it's proprioception. But we can also do self-massage with our spoon. It becomes a tool that we can use. We can use different sides of our spoon. You can use the flat, sharp, and there's not just experiment. There's so many different ways. At the same time that there's so many different ways, there's only so many different ways. It's also limited because it's a spoon, right? But that's part of the game of working with our implements, is figuring out what are the different ways, all the many various different ways that we can work with our spoon. And with level 1, it's maintaining the spoon in contact with our bodies, which we can do lightly or we can do more intensely. If you do it so intensely that you see kind of like what looks like a rash, don't worry, it's okay. You didn't hurt yourself too bad. What you did was break up some surface capillaries, and that releases hemoglobin, which stimulates your body's healing response, which is what science has found out. So why does gua sha work? Because gua sha translates to blood rash. So the more that you keep scraping, and you want to scrape in this downward direction, the more you keep scraping, you go out this way, in this way. So as I'm scraping myself, I'm also mobilizing my body. I'm stretching, I'm moving, I'm sensitizing. But if I continue scraping in the same area, you start to see color forming. What that is that we've got blood flow going to the surface of the skin. If I continue doing that, I'll start to see little dots of broken capillaries. It's called petechiae. That blood rash, because that's what gua sha is, blood rash, is literally how the mechanism works when it comes to reducing inflammation in the body, and why it's been used as a wellness self-care technique, folk medicine, for thousands of years in other parts of the world. The surface capillaries break, that releases hemoglobin, which stimulates the body's self-healing response. As you see now, I've got that's pink, that's drawing blood to the area, and that is how the magic of that works. The goal isn't necessarily to get the petechiae. If you want to, you can, but you don't have to. I mean, I would recommend not going for the blood rash, because you get the benefits. Because our benefits, what we're looking for is proprioception. We're finding our centers. We're getting a sense of where our bodies are in space, but that's just a secondary aspect of what we can do. How does that tie in with breathing and the breath? Breath, oxygen. So this is stimulating our surface nerves, getting that information, getting blood flow to the surface is helping to get what? Oxygen to our nerves. And oxygen is life. That's what our bodies need to stay alive and to stay young. So our cells need oxygen to live. And if they don't get enough oxygen, they asphyxiate, basically. I suspect that a lot of anxiety that people get comes from people's cutaneous nerves, their nerve cells, expressing, I can't breathe, oxygen levels low, I can't breathe. And that message gets transmitted to the brain as danger, danger, warning, without knowing exactly what's the reason for it. And then our nervous system, trying to protect us, looks outside of itself to figure out, well, what was it? What caused, what's making, well, maybe it's this, or maybe it's that, or maybe it's that. Oh God, I live in a very dangerous world. Oh no, I need to be on guard all the time. And then there's that loop. So no, let's break that loop. So part of how we help our bodies break that loop is by introducing blood flow to our skin cells and oxygen by proxy, because that's what the blood is carrying, is oxygen. so that our cells can receive the nourishment that they need to stay alive. And the longer that our cells stay alive, the longer we stay alive. Ta-da! Level 1 with your spoon. Spoon spinning.